morning, boys and girls. This is our writing lesson. I will do a short demonstration of what you are expected to do today. During our morning meeting, we reread the story about Inky the octopus. And if you remember the story, there's a lot of events that happened in that story. So what the writing requirement is today is that you're going to write one detail from the beginning of the story, one from the middle of the story, and one for the end of the story. That way we will tell some events from the story in a sequence. That means in order of how they happened in the story. When you read and write stories, it's important to notice the sequence of the story. So really quickly, I'm going to draw the line to divide my paper so I leave space for the pictures. And then I will draw a simple picture. We should not spend a lot of time in our pictures because we need to leave most of our time for the writing. I'm gonna leave a line right here to show that the tank was open. And I'm going to draw the other octopus, the friend. There. And I'm going to draw Inky also. Your picture again doesn't have to be perfect. This is Inky. And this is his friend. I'm just gonna put an F for friend because I don't remember the name of the friend right now. So after I have my picture, I'm going to start thinking and writing one detail that happened at the beginning of the story. There are several things that happen at the beginning of the story. For example, Inky is talking to his friend about how would it be out of that tank. He also tells that he was happy with good meals that they are giving him. And also at the beginning of the story, we can't really see the aquarium and that there's people around and people cleaning. But all those details happen at the beginning of the story. So I'm going to pick one of those details and I'm going to write about it. I already put these words and you can copy them when you have the video on. You can pause and you can copy the beginning of your 3 short sentences. The first one says, at the beginning. I'm going to say, Inky the octopus lived in a tank. So that's one detail from the beginning. At the beginning, Inky, and I'm gonna say the name starts with a capital letter. Inky lived, I'm gonna leave that space, lived in a tank. And I put a period at the end. Notice that my sentence starts with a capital letter. I have spaces between my letters, my words, and I have a period at the end. Names start with a capital letter. And I try to do my letters the best I can. Now, something that happens in the middle of the story, a lot of details from the middle of the story. Remember that he tried to go up the tank when he saw the lid that was partly opened, and then he first put one of the arms out and then another one and one at a time until he got completely out, and then he slipped through the wall outside of the tank and he got to the floor, and he described how the floor felt a little rough under his arms. And so all those details, and then he made it to a hole and went through the hole, right? All that happened in the middle of the story. So I'm going to select one detail from the middle and write it for my second sentence. This says in the middle, so that we continue with the sequence. So in the middle, I'm gonna say he found a way to get out of the tank. So I'm gonna say in the middle, he found a way to, one of our words that we're learning, and we have some of them, in and the and a way to get, I can sound this out, get out. Out is a hard one, so we need to learn it by memory later on. Out of the, I know the, I write it fast, tank. There, I put a period at the end. And the last part is writing one detail about the end, what happened at the end of the story. We remember that he finally made it out of the aquarium and he was enjoying everything that he could find in the ocean. So I'm going to say at the end he was free in the ocean. I think that was important, so I'm gonna write that. At the end, I'm gonna say Inky again with a capital I. Inky was free. Free has two E's, I remember. Free in, I know in is one of our power words. The, oh, look at how many times we have the in this writing. In the ocean. And I put a period at the end. All my sentences begin with a capital, end with a period, and there's spaces, and I try to do my writing the best I could. So that's what you can do today for your writing. Write one detail from the beginning, one detail from the middle, and one detail from the end of the story. Okay? You can play the video again and you can watch the story again. I'm going to give you the link again. Thank you, and I will see you tomorrow.